All right, everyone. So welcome to How to Get Noticed, Upgrade Your Online Presence. I am so excited to be with you here tonight, and props to you for being here on a Monday night in the summer instead of being on some rooftop drinking margaritas. You are here investing in building your network and professional development. So kudos to you and snaps to you all for being here. You made the right choice. Now, really quickly, if everyone can share if you are a returner or if you are new in the chat. So chat returner if you've been to a FindSpark event before, or chat new if this is your first FindSpark event. So returner or new. All right, looks like we got a good mix there, returner, new. And also just curious, where are you tuning in from? So also share if you're new, returner, and where you're tuning in from. Are you in New York, Chicago, outside of those cities, outside of the country? Really curious, what's your borough? What's your suburb? All right, we've got a nice mix here. We are, again, really excited to be here with you all. These events are not just great for getting really actionable tips in a short period of time, but also for you all to connect with each other. So I'm really glad. It looks like most of you shared some sort of social media link where we can connect with you and check each other out. So please do that if you haven't yet. We are FindSpark. And what is FindSpark? FindSpark is a community that is dedicated to setting up students and young professionals like you all for career success. And so we have hosted over 250 programs since we've gotten started. We have over 25,000 members, over 500 schools repped. We have expanded nationally, so we are not just based in New York anymore. And at the end of the day, what makes us different is that we are an actual community of real people just like yourselves who are truly invested in helping each other move forward in their careers and building a stronger network. So what do we actually do for you all? We have a highly curated job board, in-person workshops, Hustle Summit, which is our amazing, epic networking event that's coming up this month in New York and Chicago. We have these free virtual workshops and lots of digital content and career articles. And it's all to get you closer to your dream career through the people you meet and the things that you learned. And I'm really excited to also have Yuli, one of our amazing interns, in the chat. And so she is going to be here as a resource to answer any questions and share any supporting links, other articles and spots on our site. For instance, Yuli, why don't you share our job board link? Because we have a ton of great new internship and job opportunities posted on our job board just today. So be sure to bookmark that and check out some of those openings. And I always love to show real photos of actual community members who have landed jobs, internships through our job board, through events like Hustle Summit, gained confidence, found mentors, become mentors, and made friends. Really, the successes in our community runs the gamut, big and small. And so we are truly thankful that you are letting us be a part of your career journey. We also work with incredible employers who are excited to connect with you, our members, through our job board and our events and our different programs throughout the year. And we have amazing speaker alumni and mentors. These are people who take the time to participate in our programs in person or digitally to share their stories and their advice. A big part of the FindSpark mission is to help you understand all the different types of career opportunities that are out there and to build your network while you're doing it. Because a lot of the cities and the industries that we focus on, let's face it, they are really, really competitive. And to stand out in these different industries in big cities like Chicago and New York, you need to have a strong network. And our speaker alumni and mentors are a huge part of making that happen. For instance, at both Hustle Summit events, we have what we call our mentorship zone. And that is like a speed networking type setting where you can get pressure-free career feedback and advice. Now, before we dive in, we always give you the chance to win prizes by sharing and engaging with us. So there's a bunch of different ways you can enter for your chance to win your choice of a free ticket to Hustle Summit, swag from our swag store, or FindSpark Premium membership. So how do you enter? So by 10 p.m., either use the hashtag FindSpark on Instagram or Twitter. You can snap us by just searching FindSpark, DM us on Instagram, tag us in an Instagram story, show us your notes, share your favorite tips, share your before and afters on your profiles. Do any of these things by 10 p.m. and you will be entered for a chance to win something. And I do want to recommend, if you are not yet, take a moment to follow us on Snapchat, because we share really fantastic tips there. We share articles, we share job highlights of the week, and a new fun fact, you can now add links to Snapchat, which is super helpful for us. So when we share our job board highlights, for instance, we'll now be able to link instead of expecting you to type it in. So follow us on Snapchat. We also do a lot of fun things like employer, speaker, and mentor takeovers to give you behind the scenes access to what it's like to do what they do. And what are we going to go over tonight? So we're going to talk about how you can create fantastic profiles, how to reach out and stand out when you're reaching out to people online, and how to stay connected, and motivation and ways to keep doing these things over and over and over again to build up that online karma. Because what I need you to remember is, yes, resumes are important, and we do have a virtual workshop dedicated to resumes next Monday. So Yuli will share the link to that. If you're not signed up, make sure you are. But remember, we are people, and at the end of the day, you're going to get hired because of the unique person that you are. And I know that sounds cheesy, but it's true. And having a great online presence and connecting with people digitally is an incredible way to show off what you're all about, what you're into, what your background is, what you're motivated by, to show off all those sort of important things online so that you can make that stronger connection offline and during interviews and within your career in general. And now I really want to bring up something that bothers me a lot. And that is the fact that tons and tons of people don't bother reaching out to other people because they're afraid of nothing. They're afraid of hearing nothing. And just a quick digital show of hands, how many of you have ever not reached out to someone because you didn't think they would respond, or you didn't apply for a job because you didn't think you were qualified, or you didn't go to an event because you didn't think you would have anything to say to people? Just curious, just do a little, let's see, what's a digital hand raise? A yes? Or raise his hand like Tiffany, thank you for being honest. If you have not done something or not tried something because you were afraid of rejection, or worse, afraid of nothing, right? And so it's really, really important to just remember, who gives a shit if you don't hear back? Okay, I'm gonna be real talking here. In the long run, who cares? What difference is it going to make? And what's the worst that can happen? No one, right? No one cares. Nothing bad is gonna happen. And does it matter if a bunch of people in the long run don't get back to you? No. You need to stop stopping yourself from reaching out. You should not be the one turning yourself down. You need to give other people the opportunity to turn you down or to ignore you. That's what I'm asking you here high level tonight, is to let yourself get turned down. Give yourself permission to be brave, to reach out, and to have that expectation that a lot of people won't get back to you, but that's okay. Because the more you try, the more you do, the more results that you're going to get, and the more cool things that will happen. Fun anecdote, Ann Vu is a longtime FindSpark member. She has been participating and a member since 2014. We actually recruited her to be our FindSpark intern over a year ago. So she was so involved that I actually one night direct messaged her on Twitter, and I said, Ann, why haven't you applied for our FindSpark internship? I knew she was looking for marketing internships because she had participated in these chats and in the community, and I got to know her just like we get to know our members who participate in things like this. And I DM'd her, I said, why didn't you apply? And she responded and said, I didn't think I was good enough. And I said, Anne, you're crazy. You would be a perfect intern, and you know our community so well. And flash forward, she was our intern virtually for a year, and she's actually working with us again as a freelancer. And today she sent me this message on Slack. She said, super random, but a cold email to the CEO and president of a marketing agency just landed me an interview, even though it didn't look like they had any relevant job openings. Thank you for teaching me how to be brave and believe in myself. So tears, right? Fantastic. You have to let yourself have the opportunity to do these things. And I promise you, eventually cool things will start to happen the more effort you put in. And now, before we get into the nitty-gritty, before I ask you to turn off your phones and all that good stuff, please take a screenshot of at least 2 of your social media profiles and your website. So I'm giving you permission right now. Go on your phone, look up your profile on mobile, or go onto your desktop and do a screenshot of your LinkedIn, your Twitter, your Instagram, your bio, your website. Screenshot the link that you just shared in the chat earlier to introduce yourself. Screenshot at least 2 profiles that you want to update, because I want to see your before and afters. That's a perfect example of what you can share with us privately or publicly using the hashtag. So screenshot at least 2 profiles, because I promise you by the end of tonight, your profiles will look better. So screenshot it so you have proof. And after you do those screenshots, you're here already, so be fully invested, shut the door, close out other windows, silence your telephone, do all the things that you need to do to be fully focused and be here. So screenshot those profiles, and let's begin. All right, so the number one thing you have to think about with any of your profiles is, what do you want people to know? Now, I want to emphasize this is different from what have you done and what are all the detailed and intricacies of your history and background. What do you want people to know? What is the message that you want to get across? You need to claim your summary and bio space so that people are learning exactly what you want them to know, nothing more and nothing less. You also want to give people the opportunity to learn more about you. I can't tell you how frustrating it is to check out a member's Instagram because they commented on one of our posts and then there's no link in the bio, or they tweet a really great tweet, but I can't learn anything else about them because there's no links in that bio. So every social media profile that you have should link to something else. I highly suggest having your personal website be the main thing you link everything to, but you can link your Twitter to your Instagram to your Snapchat, like whatever you want, but make sure on every profile there are more links where I can learn more about you. And then also, don't tell me everything in every profile. And a lot of profile bios are limited in terms of characters, so that's going to stop you, of course, to one extent. But just leave some mystery to what people are going to learn about you and for what hiring managers and recruiters will learn about you. We actually had an event in Chicago recently, and one of our recruiters, Pam from the marketing store, actually said that as a recruiter, she wants there to be a little mystery so she can learn more when she interviews you. And we actually have a really great video of Pam's talk that and some other talks from that event on our Facebook page. So definitely check out and like our Facebook page for some of our talks that we live stream. We're actually going to be live streaming our NYC Bash speakers this Wednesday. So anywho, don't make it hard for people to learn more about you. How many of you have ever gone to a website or somebody's profile and not been able to find what you wanted, or it took too long to load, and you leave, right? Everybody does that. We wait 2 seconds for stuff to load, and then we give up, right? Don't make anything hard. Make it easy for people to find you and to learn about you. So what should you focus on? Make sure all of your links work. Don't send me to private profiles. Don't send me to broken links or links that haven't been updated, like outdated blogs or things like that. Make sure your profiles, again, are public and that anyone can contact you. So, for instance, on your Twitter, and I'm just curious, how many of you have a Twitter account? If you have a Twitter account, share it in the chat. I would love to check it out and to follow you. So if you have a Twitter account, there is an option where you can make it so that anybody can direct message you, even if you're not following them back. So turning those sort of settings on your LinkedIn, going into the privacy settings and making sure that anybody can view your profile. You can choose what profile you want to be public to people who aren't connected with you. I really am a big believer in that more fantastic opportunities will come the more you put yourself out there. So I'm not saying you have to have a crazy public Facebook page or anything like that. That's, you know, really most people are using their Facebook profiles still for personal reasons, which is fine. But, you know, if you're going to have these profiles, take full advantage of them by making them public. And know that every profile can look a little bit different, right? Every profile, if it's LinkedIn, if it's Twitter, if it's Instagram, if it's GitHub, you know, there's a lot of niche social media profiles that are related to specific fields that you might be on. So everyone is going to look a little bit different. You just want it to be consistent, right? So think about what are three words that are really important to you and your professional life. Maybe one of them is important to your personal life. 2 to 3 words that are incredibly important to you, like your personal mission, your brand, what you're passionate about. If you had to pick 3 words, what would those words be? And I'd love for everybody to chat 2 to 3 words. It's okay if you end up changing them later. But for now, pick 2 to 3 words that you feel like encapsulate what you're all about professionally. What are things that you want people to know about you? So for instance, for me, it's empowerment and community. Empowerment and community is really important to me. Empowerment, community, and FindSpark, right? So those are things that are really important to me. Connor, thank you for sharing. Other people, share. Give me 2 to 3 keywords about you, what you're all about. I want to know. These keywords are really important. It's important to take time. All right, love it. Community, inclusion, education. Love it, Christina. Passion and connection. Multimedia journalist, entertainment personality. Give me more. These are great. These are really, really great. Okay, entertainment, writing. We actually have a really great video of one of our employer partners, Franklin from Tech Systems, sharing a bit about just putting together your personal brand and mission, and we'll look for that to send to you guys afterwards as well. All right, advertising, environment, animal rights, love it. Okay, fantastic. Yes. Okay, this is great. So these keywords, these 2 to 3 keywords, I should be able to find these across all of your online profiles. So regardless of if I'm on Instagram or LinkedIn, maybe even on Facebook, I want to be able to see these keywords somewhere within your summaries, within your headlines, or within your bios, your websites. So think about those keywords, and this is a great action item for you to do, is integrate these 3 words into all of your profiles. So there's consistency across everything. And now another huge thing that's so important is your website. It's really important when we're talking about your online presence that you have a dedicated home on the internet that is totally customized to you and shows people exactly what you want them to see and sends them across to your different social media profiles as well. We really, really love Wix.com for building a personal website, and Yili will share a link to our special Wix link. We also have a special discount code for Wix. And so Wix is just amazing because, number one, it is forever free. So if you don't want to upgrade, you can have a free Wix website forever. If you do want to upgrade, you can get 50% off with our code, which ends up being about $60 for the year, and that'll get you yourname.com. So for instance, this is a Wix website, Viola Shan. It's one of my favorites. It's really fun. And I'm actually showing right now her contact page. So Wix is also great because you don't need to be a designer, you don't need to know how to code to build something really quickly and easy and wonderful. And also Wix is a huge partner of FindSpark, so we host a lot of our events in the New York Wix Lounge, and we also do a Wix Wednesday highlight. So if you have a Wix website, please share it in the chat because we want to highlight you. We highlight our members throughout the week on social media, so if you have a Wix website, let us know. And so this is actually one of my favorite contact pages because there's a picture of Viola as a child eating a plant. I'm not sure if you can tell on your screen, but she has got a piece of that plant in her mouth, and that's hilarious. And I actually met her at our Welcome to NYC Bash last year, and she actually has her little icon and logo on her resume and her business card is her baby face. So basically, her baby face is consistent across her website, across her business card, her resume, and everything. And it's fun, and it's different, and it's cute. So this is her contact page. You can also download a PDF of her resume, which I love. There's a nice clean button there. She's got some publications and awards. She's got her email for me to just copy and paste it, or I can send her a message. I love when people give those options for contacting. And also, if you look at the tabs at the top, so we have home, we have illustration, fashion, and pattern design. So what do you think that Viola does? What do you think that she does based on her tabs? Just curious, what do you think? What do you think Viola does based on her website? Anyone? Anyone? Okay, design, yeah, fashion designer, freelance, okay. So yeah, so you can tell exactly what she does by her tabs. And that's really, really important to be clear, right? What do you think this FindSpark community member and one of my former students, what do you think Ava does? What do you think Ava is based on her website? Not too hard to guess, right?